So in this tutorial, I'm going to cover something called a sweep mesh to kind of block out, I guess you could say clothing in a way. I mean, this is supposed to be for like a toga, but so it's not exactly clothing, but you could say drapery, you could say, I don't know, man, just stuff regarding a freaking toga wrapping around. So it's technically not clothing, but whatever. So this here is a sweep mesh, and what's happening is that this is a curve, right? This is what you call a E as in elephant and P as in pencil, EP curve. And I made the body live using the magnet. So basically, when you make it live using the magnet, whatever you can stick onto the body, kind of like the quad draw retopology. And then so that's what I did with the curve. And then from there, you do something called a sweep mesh, and then it'll sweep a mesh around the curve. So I'm gonna show how to do that. I mean, there's more work that needs to be done afterwards. Well, just quickly show. You could grab the curve, right, and it's points, control point, control vertex, and then it updates. And then if I grab the mesh, this tab, Sweep Mesh Creator, right, I have it set to line. You can have different things, but I set to line, meaning just basically polygon planes. They should have just called it planes, polygon planes or something. But you know, there's little things here where you can scale, right, and then you can kind of rotate it to get the kind of the ballpark range, and taper. I'm not gonna mess with that because more work needs to be done at the polygon level, meaning to go grab it, the mesh, and to push and pull it, and to add an edge loop going across. So let me just show how to set that up. I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna grab the mesh. Currently right now the mesh is merged as one. I did that because I just want to avoid any technical hiccups if that were to happen. So I grabbed it, and then I set it to right here, live mesh. So merged body 1 is live, which means it's green. I can't grab it, but I can stick things to it. For example, create curve tools, EP curve tool, option box. Just hit reset. I always do that. Then it turns into a crosshair, and I can just start sticking on here. So I looked at pictures of Toga and videos, and just to see how it works. It kind of just, I guess, it wraps around from here, right? And technically it wraps from here. So bop, then bop, bop. So I'm keeping my distance like this. I'm not keeping it close, right? You don't want to keep it close. If you keep it close, it just makes it all hard to access and confusing. Even right now, this might be a bit much. So maybe like that, and then like that. I'm not worried about this, right? Putting too much points will, like I said, you're asking for trouble putting too much points. Even this is okay. And then like say this, and then say this, because this whole concept is just to block out the shape, at least for the toga. And then I think they wrap it around the waistline, that. So I'm just gonna do this much, just that. There's more to the toga. It wraps around, over, under, wraps around like that, blah 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 blah. You could do even just strips of polygon planes just to make it look like a toga, but it doesn't have to necessarily function like a toga where it literally has to wrap around. You could cheat, just make it visually believable. Anyhow, I just still wrapped it around. From there, with the curve selected, I'm gonna go create. Where the hell are you? Sweep mesh. Option box. Again, I always just do reset, apply and close. And this happens. This mayhem. Right? That's because it's set to polygon, 8-sided, right? I could reduce the size to like say 4. I could grab it, press 3, right? 3 to have the smooth mesh preview. And then I'm gonna click on the third tab again, and then let's see. So I set to 4 sides. You know, I don't even need that right now. I'm just showing that what is possible. Whole bunch of stuff. I need the line. Even with the line, it looks bad. But I can go and scale profile for the line. I ignore distribute, ignore alignment. All I need is under transformation, scale profile, maybe something like that. Maybe less. I don't need taper curve. Nothing's gonna taper. Precision. Huh, usually that. Interesting. Okay. Okay, not the taper curve. Okay. So precision, right? The default. Right, looks like if you jack it up, then it starts to have some differences. Right, see? Okay, so let's say this is at this, and then you can do that. Nothing happens, and then nothing at nothing, and then suddenly it starts to come alive, right? Under precision. But if I go start to end, it's more predictable. 20 steps, or basically 20 divisions. Right, I'm gonna just drop it down to like 8. Reason why is I need to go in and manipulate the actual mesh to get the right shape. I don't want a lot. You put a lot thinking, okay, I have a lot to work with. No, it means you have a lot to freaking manipulate and push and pull. So even like 6, or maybe 7. Yeah, 7 should be okay, I think. I mean, if I put 8 is probably okay then. Probably just 8. But the scale profile, basically how fat it is, I'm thinking something like this maybe. Maybe 0.2. Ooh, no. 0.25. 0.275. Something like that. Right. I'm just thinking in the sense of how easy is this thing gonna be able to manipulate. I'm gonna make it 0.25. Because if I select Control 1, right, this I can handle. I can manipulate it. Because if it was big fat cards, right, a big fat strip, it's not as easy. Control 1 to get out of isolated selected view. Now I'm gonna select the curve, right click on it, right? Control vertex. Just gonna, I have slide on. Control shift right click, hold it, transform constraint. Why slide on? Oh, now I'm gonna turn off the magnetized option. Okay, my alive is disabled. Reason why is now I'm just gonna click on, pull up on the curve, and some parts I need to grab a lot, right? See, because the curve is live and manipulating the mesh. See, but if I grab the mesh and then here I could rotate it. Rotate can help, see? There. But it will do this. It will smash into a mesh. So it's, you know, it only helps you so much. If that. Maybe something like that. The other stuff I have to go in and change it, manipulate it. So I'll grab the curve, control vertex. Grab that. Make sure I only grab one, you know, kind of like pull it out. See, but you only can do, like I said, you only can do so much. You know, for this example, maybe I'll grab that. Alright, see, it's already pissing me off right now. You know what I mean? Just enough to be slightly useful. Whatever you do not make the curve, do not make the dots, right, push through next to the other dot, like, you know, overlapping the other dot, like putting that dot over here. Make sure they're spaced apart, you know, so I just pulled like that, you know, I pull like that maybe. So I'm just showing the flexibility of it. So it looks like I only can push it that much. So I messed around under the third tab, scale profile, right? So you can do that if you want. Right. But I kind of don't recommend pushing as far as you can. I don't. You know, so something like that maybe. You could slightly give it a bit of a rotate, which only helps so much. Twist, and I don't know. It's stupid. At least in this situation, it's stupid. Steps, I recommend only like 8. Even with 8, yeah, 8. And that's it. I feel like that's as far as I can push it. Then I have to go in and manually start modeling. So basically, I select the mesh. I need to make it so that the mesh and the sweep curve, that whole functionality is killed off. So I need to delete history. Select the mesh, not the curve. Shift Alt D as in David, wipe it out. Now if I try to mess around with the curve, it's dead. I'm gonna hide the curve, grab the mesh, and first thing I need to do is press 1, right? Then shift right click, insert edge loop. I'm going to just start off with 1, right in the middle-ish. Press 3, and here comes the torture part. Grab that, just gently pull it out. See? This is what I mean by you have to go and bend it a bit, pull it down, grab this. Maybe I need to pull it like this a bit, maybe down a bit, grab that, pull it out a bit. Maybe I need to grab this, pull it out, grab that, pull it out carefully, grab that, pull it out. You know, maybe I need to grab that, pull out, see what I can work with. Right, press 1, So you can see that happening in real time. Pull that in, maybe pull that down, pull that down, pull that like that. And you notice it's collapsing here. So, and then it's collapsing here. Maybe I'll just grab that, yank that way, grab that, grab that. Oh, that pisses me off. Grab that, and grab that, yank it up, grab that, yank it forward, yank it forward, grab that, pull on it, grab that, pull on it, there. And then this area here, you start carefully adding resolution. Press 1 for the low poly. Shift right click, insert edge loop. I'm gonna dump one right around here. Press 3, right click vertex mode. So I work very slowly. Pull it up. And then now this means I can grab these. Now I can yank that down because this is holding it in place. Yank on it, pull on it. So like I said, you know, the sweep mesh is only for blocking out the shape. And then maybe I need to grab this anywhere where it has a specific curvature that needs to hold a shape. I need to do extra attention to it, right? Because how close the curves, how close the parallel lines, right? These parallel lines, how close they are determines how much control you have. See, now I have more control because they're closer. Pull it up, pull it up. Then I need to pull this down, pull that down. So it's like a juggling act. Pull that down, pull it forward maybe. Pull it down. Maybe I'll just even rotate it like that a bit. Pull it up a bit. Maybe I'll grab that, right? Because it looks like that, and then pull it forward. Maybe not. Maybe pull it up a bit. Maybe I need to kind of rotate like that. Grab. So you have to juggle between level 1 and 3, 1 and 3. The handles are up here because when you press 1, that's where the actual vertex is. Then maybe pull that down, you know, maybe pull that down, and then maybe pull this up a bit. Maybe I need to pull this up a bit. You know, maybe I need to pull that down a bit. And then maybe I need to grab this, and then Control Shift right click, transform constraint, edge slide. Just slide it up. So press 3, yank. Turn it off, edge slide. Pull it back out. And then now if I bring it closer, right? Oh shit! What the hell? Turn off symmetry. Why was symmetry on? And then maybe grab that, yank that down. See, now that there's 3 running parallel lines, it gets more controlled. Before it was just 2 with this and this. With 3, right? See? 1, 2, 3. 3 loops. 4 loops actually. 1, 2, 3, 4 loops around the important arc. You have more control. So just something to consider. And then maybe pull that, pull that. And then this needs to pull in a bit, you know, maybe pull that down a bit, pull that down a bit, pull that in, pull that in, forward, forward. I'm bringing it closer together to try to get more control out of it, so it's a bit frustrating. something like that. So there is work to be done. And then this here, maybe I'll either force it, push it like that, maybe kind of rotate it like that, you know, you kind of have to manhandle it. And then maybe grab that. Then I have to probably put one here. There's no other way around it. So multi-cut. I can use the multi-cut, press 1, hold control, and I can have a strand like that using the multi-cut, using control, holding control, pop. Press W to get out of it. As soon as I do that, grab it, put it to use. Don't just leave it there. Start sculpting with it. Grab this, right, and push it in, or maybe not. It's collapsing because of this guy right here. So push it. And one might think maybe I should have added more than 8. But the thing is that even if you add more than 8, there's still more work to be done. Either way, you're screwed. So you gotta do that, blah 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 blah. You grab that, pull on it, rotate it down a bit, do that a bit to make it behave better, and then get it closer to this strand. I think I'd rather like extruding sections at a time rather than dealing with a connected surface. If you just extrude sections at a time, I believe it's easier to deal with. This just gives the illusion that it's faster when it's you have to still nitpick at it. But yeah, grab this, maybe pull that out a bit. Wrong one. Just grab that, pull it out. This needs to kind of pull in a bit, pull it down a bit, push in a bit, push out a bit. Maybe this needs to push in. Push in like that. I have to be very careful not to grab things from behind. So that's kind of sort of right. And then you know, you could block it out like that. Maybe do that, do that, maybe do that, and then eventually this here probably needs to slide over and add one more strip, you know. Like that. And then probably add one more here. That way you have much better control, but that's afterwards, after blocking out the entire shape. Because if you put it in now, there's no way to control it. Also gotta add one, say for example, come on, insert edge to dump one here maybe. Grab those, chuck it out. Chuck it out. Pull it out. You know. Grab that. Push it in. Chuck it out. Yank it out. Yank it out. We'll make this more midline again. So like I said, you do need to take it slowly, you know. Yeah. and then afterwards everything, uh, you know, this should still be in the middle right now because it's not ready to be split parallel, two running parallel lines just yet. After everything's blocked out, then move this and split it down the middle so you have two tracks. Right now it's not ready for that just yet. So that's basically it. And to look through reference images, see what you can kind of cheat, you know, maybe just have this running, you know, from here to turn it off and maybe do that, you know, to make it look like it's one Toga piece. Oh, shit. And then maybe you could just freaking, god damn it, man, just grab that, maybe just delete that, you know, and then maybe you could just work on this, right? Because with the Toga, there's several overlapping parts. So what I'm trying to get at is that you don't have to necessarily have everything wrap around. You know, maybe you could fake it to make it look like this is one piece, right? But then I know for the Toga, there's a big part where it just wraps like this, you know? See, and this is not connected. That way you can fake it, make it look like they're one piece. But you have to understand how drapery works, how to fudge it to make it look like something is believable. That's why for this particular student, I uploaded images of Toga so you can kind of see how it works, the drapery, right? So I'm kind of cheating right now to make it look like. You can grab that, grab this, smash it flat, dump it down, press 3, push it in, grab that, push it out, grab this guy, yank it like that, do that, push it in, maybe grab this, right, and push it out. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. Do that, push it in, so to make it look like something's being wrapped around. Right now I'm faking it, right? So it's not 100% accurate, you know. And then you'd have to probably grab this, yank this down, right? Probably have to grab this and this, yank this down, and then grab this to this, yank this down, you know. Add a edge up here, pump that out, push this out, and then you have to go back in and grab this and this, push this in, push, push, push. So it is a form of modeling, right? And see, so slowly it'll get together, and the whole point is that, you know, see what you can get away with, right? Smash that flat, bring it out, bring it down, smash it in, grab that, smash it out, or pull it out, grab that, yank it out, right? And grab that and that, just do a bit of a rotate. Oh shit, what the hell just happened? See, now this is starting to annoy me. Turn that in, push that in. See? And then you can see slowly happening. The smart thing to do is probably just make it not one mesh, but two. You could even grab this, right? Double click that, right? And say, since this is still one mesh, right? Because you have to deal with these vertices that are on top of each other, right? Instead, just double click that, shift right click, and do extract. This says sweep, but it's not actually a sweep. Right, I'm gonna grab all of it, do shift alt D as in David, wipe out the history. Select the top layer, right? So this is not a sweep, it's just taking on the name of the sweep action from previous. So do not get confused. Edit, ungroup. Now this is, you could say, yo toga mesh top. You can name this toga mesh main body or whatever. So now they're separate meshes. I don't have to worry about overlapping vertices and have to nitpick. This looks like a sumo wrestler. And then, yeah. But add vertices or add edge loops sparingly, right? Be very tactical about it. If you add too much extra resolution too soon, it will blow up. I can guarantee it will blow up. So that's it. All right, bye.